right. They motion McCaffrey backwards pass to McCaffrey, and he's going to throw downfield wide open. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown! San Francisco. He can run. He can catch.
Is on fire.
Christian McCaffrey can throw. Schultz to the other. Going to throw out left. Intercepted. Diamador Lenore.
Whoa,
Dak
what a
Prescott
play.
just threw him the ball on the outcut going left to CeeDee Lamb. Diamador Lenore comes up with the game's first big play. Here's Prescott back. Has time. Throws out left, intercepted. Ball got tipped up and taken by Fred Warner. Jimmy Ward tipped the ball, and Fred Warner with the INT. They're going to give it to McCaffrey coming left. McCaffrey, touchdown! San Francisco! He has thrown one, he has caught one, he has run one.
Hey,
Breezy, gritty, this that 9 to
Mo's nose. PG, fair to gone. It's about that time, everybody turn your TVs on. The Mo's nose, Peachy, Breezy, and fair to gone. They keep it nitty gritty when they bring you 9 to tone. We two gorilla, silverback, nah, silver
You know it's
hoes.
busting the discussion cause we get it in. Every time you know we grinding, I was 8 to 10. We always play to win. The faithful going hard. It's Wayne, Breezy, Peachy, Mo's nose, and fear to God. Let's get it.
Nitty gritty, this the line is tall. Don't like it, better take a walk. Nitty gritty, this the line is tall. We outline players up in chalk. Nitty gritty, this the line is tall. Don't like it, better take a walk. Nitty gritty, this the line is tall. Line is tall. Nitty gritty, this the line is tall.
Yo, the nitty gritty Niners talk is in the building. It is Monday, Super Bowl week. I'm super excited. I got Mo's nose, Peachy in the building. What's going on, family? How y'all doing on this nitty gritty Monday? That's what I like to call it.
Okay, can I go first? Because I've been waiting for this show. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
This is Nitty Gritty Niners. This is not the Wayne Breezy show. This ain't even No Harm, No Foul. This is your uncut 49er show. Let me tell you what. First of all, I decided since Roger Goodell doesn't give a beep about us or anything else, that I got my hat on backwards like Kyle Shanahan had on that bus. And I got him up. I got him up right here to Roger Goodell and the whole NFL. Mr. Swifty himself, who spent more time talking about his glorified love of Taylor Swift than he did spending time talking about our field that we are going to have to deal with. I'm sorry, it's not our field. UNLV's field. So he basically got on national television trying to make us feel like that we were upset for no reason. That this first-class organization, top of the NFL, legends, decades and decades of winning and bringing money, speaking of which, to this National Football League, bringing nothing but class and glamour and superstars and everything to this NFL, literally brushed us off like we were second-class citizens or something. It made me so sick. If I could have came through my TV, Lord Jesus. My day was already crappy. This really put the icing on it. To listen to this commissioner who was supposed to care about all 32 teams. And there's only 2 teams that you have to worry about right now. 2 teams, the 2 teams that are left. And the way that he treated us and discarded those questions, wow. Just wow. But you spent 30 minutes going back and forth about Taylor Swift and the Swifties. And it really was disgusting. I got one more though. So because I have one more that I would like to address. How dare you, when someone is asking you a question about the media, the sports media for the NFL, the people that are responsible for the day-to-day, and asked you questions, and in the NFL offices and everything like that, how dare you discard them? Like it don't matter. Like, well, every time, have you guys noticed, every time Roger Goodell gets asked a question, he has a tell. They want to talk about NFL players have tails. He has a tell. Anytime he gets asked a question that is personal to him, that he has an opinion about, he gets so defensive in 5 seconds. His voice changes. He goes on the defense so fast when you see anything. It is so disgusting. I can't stand this dude. It really aggravated me so much because you just discarded the 49ers like they were just nothing. And we're in the Super Bowl and we have a right. Let me say this. I don't care who calls us whiners. I don't care whether they feel like that everything should be pristine. I don't give a... Anyway, look. My whole thing is what I'm trying to say is this right here. We have been, and Breezy and Mike started it today on No Harm, No Foul, about the different ways that they're trying to disrespect the 49ers. Then your commissioner gets up there and disrespects us even more by basically discarding us like we have no business being upset about anything. He patronized us so bad. It is absolutely the most asinine thing in the world. How in the world do you treat an NFL organization like you just got up there and did? It was so, I just had to get it out. I was so mad. I could not believe all this disrespect. And now you got the commissioner. No wonder these teams feel like, you know what? Maybe people are too hard on the Chiefs. Maybe the Chiefs were instructed, hey, you guys are not going to do nothing. You're not going to change nothing. We've already got, their whatever. Like, you don't have to worry about that. You just go do what you're doing. And it would not surprise me after listening to him if it's not that Kansas City wouldn't be willing to like do something with the schedule and kind of work, like work around the schedule. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it's possible. But after hearing this moron say what he said in the way that he said it, man, it wouldn't surprise me if they told them, no, you don't have to worry about that. You have bigger things to worry about. You guys got to make sure that Taylor arrives from Japan on time so that we can start the Super Bowl on time. Because that's what he sounded like. He sounded like a damn schoolgirl up there. That's what he sounded like. And it really was disgusting. It was really disgusting. And it was so disrespectful. But that's what I got.
I'm gonna play the clip so I can see if I have the same resentment from what Peachy got from it. But we all interpret stuff a little bit differently. That's how we starting the show. So like, did you get a chance to see the clip, or I know what's going on?
I didn't. So I'm waiting for you to play it.
All right. So before I play the clip, what's going on is the practice field for the San Francisco 49ers, according to the head coach of the 49ers, it's just not really up to their terms, standards, and what they feel comfortable playing on or practicing on. And according to Roger Goodell and the 23 experts, it passed the test to practice on. So if you don't know what happened, they decided to roll out some real grass and place it on top of the turf of UNLV. Now, I don't know how that works or what. I'm not a field guy. I just don't know how you roll out grass and expect it to be safe.
It has nothing to adhere to.
Yeah, how does it stick? How does it root? How does it anyway, it was just pretty bad. So the Niners didn't feel comfortable practicing on it, which they shouldn't. But as you know, it's kind of like a disadvantage because now the Niners are losing a practice day or whatnot if they choose not to practice on it. So let's go ahead and watch the clip so we can kind of hear what Roger Goodell said, at least from the clip that I had. I didn't hear anything about the Taylor Swift, but maybe it's in this clip. I don't know. But this is how he felt about the field conditions.
So your first question, listen, the JP, that work is being done every single day. We've had 23 experts out there. We've had the union out there. All of them think it's a very playable surface. It's softer than what they practiced on, but that happens. It's well within all of our testing standards. It is something that we think all our experts, as well as neutral field inspectors, have all said unanimously that it's a playable field.
So, according to Goodell, his experts say that the field is softer. It's raining. But the Niners, don't feel comfortable practicing on the field due to the conditions of the field, and you can like the seams and stuff. It's just not sodded properly. It's not a real field for them or safe field for them to practice on. And I think the issue is the Kansas City Chiefs are practicing indoors on the Raiders' indoor practice facility. And so why can't the Niners, or why didn't the NFL find them an indoor practice facility or whatnot? So I don't know. Most, how you feel about the situation and what's going on, the way that the Niners are being treated in this particular situation when it comes to practice, and is this a disadvantage for the 49ers?
I mean, watching that clip, I think the first thing I got from it was the stuttering at the beginning of it because he couldn't get his words out. I think the question caught him off guard, and he was trying to figure out how to answer it. I think he answered it as PC as possible, saying that they, did everything to make sure that they were up to the standards. But it's funny. Like, of course, I want somebody who's an expert in landscaping and grass, turf, things like that, I want them to be in charge of the field. But with this particular situation, when you're putting natural grass on top of artificial turf, where, like I said, there's nothing for that to adhere to, and then you have a bunch of 250, 300-pound men trying to run full speed on a surface that's too soft, on a surface that's moving, so they can't plant, they can't cut, they can't do any of the things that they normally doing, because it's basically like they're on a rug that is not on a floor properly, and that's sliding all over the place. Y'all know them welcome mats that be in the front of everybody's house, and you try to walk in, you step on them, and then the mat is all over the place because whatever floor that mat is on isn't conducive for that mat to be there, right? We've all seen that in either our homes or someone else's home. And that's kind of what this is right now. It's field on top of field, and it's not conducive for planting, cutting, and running at full speed. And I think as soon as, the 49ers voiced this to the NFL, there should have been more accommodation on trying to find a better facility as quickly as possible than to try to defend what you've already done. Like, it's great that you've had 23 experts, but guess what? Sometimes experts don't get it right. I don't get it right all the time. Peachy don't get it right all the time. Breeze don't get it. We don't 100% of the time. And this is one of those situations where I believe there's a bunch of storms that are going on the West Coast, a lot of flooding in California, and some of that is being pushed into the Las Vegas area. So it may not be as bad as what's happening in California, but they're getting rain and they're getting weather. So we got an outside field, which is a field on top of a field that's getting rain. Like, it was a perfect storm for it to be something that was negative in our favor. And now, instead of being able to have a good solid practice, now that's one thing that we have to worry about. The team, everybody on the back end, they have to scramble to figure out, what are we going to do, because we cannot practice here. But then how far is the next facility? Are they going to share the same facility as the Chiefs? And then what is the scheduling like? Are the Chiefs in there at this particular time? So do we have to go really, really early, or do we have to go later than when they practice? Like, there's too much that goes into that. And I feel like instead of arguing or instead of trying to defend what you did, because we know you're the NFL and we know you put a lot of money into what goes into this product, instead of defending it, just do what you need to do to make the accommodation, because this is the biggest game of the year. The cheapest ticket for this game to get a seat in that building is $8,300. $8,300 is the cheapest ticket for this game. And that price might have risen from people that's trying to resell tickets. So like, this is your biggest moneymaker. And the two teams that are in your biggest moneymaker both need to be at 100% optimal level and need to feel that they were accommodated as such. And right now, that hasn't happened.
Yeah, like I'm sort of kind of like confused to why why the NFL, and it's not just Roger Goodell. I mean, he works for the NFL. I want to make that clear. Like, he's an employee by all 32 owners. So I'm trying to figure out why this isn't something that can be fixed quickly. And so like I'm curious to see like I get that the field is supposed to be what you thought it was supposed to be. And then I have questions though. So I have questions I have questions for the 49ers. Like, when y'all go away, what do y'all normally practice on? Is it always grass? Do y'all practice on turf? Like, I want to know these things, because if that's go ahead.
Because I could tell you one.
Uh-huh.
So when the Niners came to Philly to play the Eagles this year, they practiced at my job.
Mm-hmm.
So the field at my job is not natural grass. It's artificial turf.
So what I'm trying. Okay, go ahead.
And they practiced during the weekend where it was raining.
So I don't think the Niners are in control. The NFL is in control. So I'm trying to figure out.
Well,
why? No, because I think the NFL has to deem. They have to pick the field. So why can't the NFL
not during the season?
Not during the. I'm talking about during the Super Bowl. I'm talking about right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So why can't the Niners owner be like, look, get me the artificial turf? Like who asked for this grass? See, I got those questions. Did the Niners request grass?
Right.
And so, like, I'm not saying that this is right, but this is what they asked for. If they asked for this is what they wanted. So it unfortunately the timing is where the NFL jacked up. I don't think the NFL jacked up in doing what the Niners requested or whatever the NFL, but the timing is jacked up, and we can miss the Chiefs. So it's like, so as far as the Chiefs, if I was the Chiefs, y'all not practicing on this field. We the home team. I'm not letting y'all come in here, period. End of discussion. Closed book. So if I'm the Chiefs, that's me. But I don't know why the NFL can't find a way to accommodate the Niners so that they can get the proper practicing in. Because if they go on that field the way that it is, there's many possibilities that those players don't return from that field healthy before the big game. And that's the issue. That should be the main issue. But as a fan base, you know, it's like it's just another layer of adversity, y'all. Like, it's just another thing. It's just another thing that can possibly go wrong for the 49ers, and they got to find a way out of it. And I know we want to cry, we want to whine, they want to call. I get it. But the Niners just got to find a way to figure it out. I don't see the NFL doing anything. Should they? Yes. Will they? Probably not. Probably not. Because they're on a strict schedule. They got all of these stupid interviews, all these meetings. All this stuff is scheduled. It's been scheduled before the season. They even knew that this was the field that the Niners were going to use. And they were supposed to have everything in and done by December. This college team finished December 26th. They had 3 days after that. They could have planted this sod and just maintained the upkeep.
Oh, they could have removed the artificial
Come
turf
on,
and then
B.
planted
Thank
the
you.
sod.
Plenty
They
of
could
time.
have did the NFL, in my
Oh.
opinion, just dropped the bomb on this whole situation.
Because it don't make sense. Why would you put natural grass over
Right.
artificial turf?
But here's the thing: they still could have did that if they would have sodded it right and gave it enough time for it to set. Bro, they dropped this side last week.
Crazy.
When they did this for the Niners in the playoffs, who was slipping and sliding on the field? When we re-sodded our own natural grass,
We were.
we couldn't find our footing. The rain was messing us up. We had a whole first half where we missed tackles, missed plays, because of the new grass. So we knew it was gonna take time. I just don't understand why the NFL dropped the bomb. And so, like, look, they dropped the bomb on it, but the only thing I can say is they got to find a way to play through it. They got to find a way to practice through it, get through it. It's just another layer of adversity. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Now, we come out, we start out slow in this game, chalk it up to that practice. Chalk it up to saying we couldn't practice properly, but now we got to adjust. I'm already setting myself up for halftime adjustments. I don't know about you, but I'm already setting myself up for halftime adjustments because I already know the Niners may come out looking a little different, maybe a little timid, you know what I'm saying, playing on the Raiders Allegiant Stadium field just because. But they got to figure it out. And I don't think they got here. They got all the way here, and they're not going to let some type of practice field stop their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy. And we as the faithful, we got to make sure that we're supporting and letting them know that that stupid ass practice field ain't going to stop them or slow them down. Because they want to set the Niners up to lose. They're setting us up to lose. This game is not made for us to win. We already, number one, the first thing we got to deal with are the refs, right? We got to deal with the same officiating crew from 2019. How'd that go? Remember the George Kittle push-off?
Wait. It's the same crew?
Bill Vinovich, same ones, same crew. Because apparently they're the best that we have in the NFL, so that's why.
Basically, Nick Bosa's not going to get any holding calls.
Zero holds.
Okay.
Zero.
All right.
Yeah,
So
and his boys are back.
But hear me out. Let's just go in the game knowing that. Oh, we know the crew. So let's not allow that crew to take us out of the game. That's all. That's it. That's all the Niners got. Don't allow this crew to take, because they don't call holding. Matter of fact, remember that year? That was the year Kansas City led the NFL. The offensive line led the NFL in holding calls. They got
and
zero.
And miraculously, we get to the Super Bowl and nothing.
Zero. They let them play.
Sure did.
All right.
Yeah.
Let them play, but let both teams play.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any holding calls called in that game now that I think about it.
My whole thing behind it was one, guys, what Breezy showed was a clip it, because that's what we do on shows. We show little clip its. I know that there was more than that, and that's fine. The whole point that I was trying to make is the arrogance of Goodell to act like that because he had all these experts to do this and that and blah blah blah, that basically like we shouldn't be complaining. Like it's fine, is what he's saying. He did say, well, it might be a little softer, but blah, blah, blah. But you're not on it. Like, you don't play on it. Like, you're not 200 and something pounds, walking on this Goodell. So you don't have a right to do that because you don't know. Because you're not out there having to block and run and stop and do all these different things out there. Like, you're not out there. So shut up. And it really just was condescending. That was the word I was thinking about. That's what it really felt like. And I just couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it.
Mose, I know he talking about you because
appreciate you,
you
Ryan
got the
Jones
full-grown
Sr.
beard,
I
you know what I
almost
mean?
thought you had Trent Williams on the show. I was like, get me an autograph, but no worries. I'll take his autograph as well.
That's
if I
what's
see
up.
you at a game, Ryan, I got you, brother. Appreciate you.
We got a couple super chat contributions we're going to go ahead and get to right off the top. The tippy. That's because it said right there.
What's happening? He said, it's Monday. So the field. Go back home and practice. Screw media week and sue the NFL. Just like the Raiders with old school Al Davis, if they find the organization for the miss.
I mean, it's I don't know what I don't know what the rules and the bylaws are. Like I said, teams are obligated to make media day. This is big money, big advertising. It would definitely set it would send a huge message.
Yes, it would.
And then the Niners will be labeled, or hear me out. Then the Niners will they may end up like the Raiders, and I don't want that to happen. So look, I if you know what I mean, as far as their organization, I think they just gonna have to figure out. They're gonna have to suck it up and figure it out, because this ain't old school. This is a $1 billion corporation business going on right now, and they gotta meet their requirements and you know, and their honorariums and stuff like that. So they got it like tonight, right after we finish. I believe media day is going to be going on. So or it's going on right now, if I'm not mistaken. So they gotta do that, man. And it just sucks. I wish they could go back home and practice, but I think the NFL controls. Even if they go back home, I feel like the NFL would have to they control the situation right now. Like the NFL's in
that's
charge.
A lot of flight time too to get to Vegas.
Is it?
You got all the players there. I mean, you just think about it, like going
it's
back and forth.
I don't know how far it is.
It's an hour. It's an hour and a half.
That's it?
Yeah,
bro, I could run that. I'm lying.
Right. Not just that, but you also have our home away from home, Arizona, that is right next door.
Yeah, but Arizona ain't gonna try to help us. It was a home away from home because of COVID. Picture Arizona gonna be like, oh, y'all want to practice here? All right, give us $250. $250? Nah, million. I mean, damn. I don't know.
We wanted $250 million and a couple draft picks.
Yeah,
right.
The players and everybody are introduced. It actually is showing right now the players in their casual clothes walking in now. So it starts at 8 is what time the players are introduced.
Cool beans. So we'll try to make sure that we're done with this right before that starts, so you guys don't miss any of the interviews from the players. We got a couple more super chats. Let's get to those real quick, and then we'll get through our exercises. From Bam Bam. He says, Saad takes no less than 10 to 14 days to attach. Shaking my head. So he's saying it's going to take almost 2 weeks. Well, guess what? They just laid it down. Literally 7 days ago. So we're just entering week 2. So by Friday, it may be set. So you mean to tell me we're not going to practice till Friday? As a matter of fact, the report says that the team leans to practice at UNLV per Matt Barrows on Wednesday, but they continue to weigh out their options. And the options are the options that Roger Goodell gave them. It's not what we're thinking it is, right? It's the options that Roger Goodell gave them, where they practice where they're supposed to practice. If the Kansas City Chiefs say, hey, yeah, we'll readjust our schedule and y'all can practice around us, those are like the options. So we just kind of got to, we're going to have to find a way to get through this. Johnny Robinson. Yes. This is, and I'm loving it. That's why I'm not as flustered as everybody else. Cause I'm just trust me, y'all, just write this stuff down. Put in a little book and just write. Oh,
it's just so ridiculous because this is decades and decades and decades of disrespect.
None of that shit matters. None of it matters.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that
none of it matters, Peachy. Whether it's right or wrong, that's a different question. Whether it matters, none of it matters. It's about what we do in this game. I don't care about 2019, 2012, 1994. None of that matters. None of it. None of the legacies don't matter. Nothing. The only thing that matters is how Brock Purdy leads his field out onto that team and how well he plays in this game, so that we're hosting that 6th Lombardi. Because how many times, PG, how many arguments have you got into with people when you talk about, yeah, well, we got 5 rings? What's the first thing they say? Well, when the hell did you get that? How long ago? Was I even born? They're going to clap at you because it was so long ago. So none of it matters. Now, is it fair? That's another conversation. Is it right or wrong? According to Goodell, it's right because his 23 experts that he paid money to says the field is safe for the players to play on. Kyle Shanahan is making the argument that it isn't, and that's why we're here. But write this joint down. This is another tick of adversity that the Niners could put in their playbook to where they could add. This is, you know what this is for me, y'all? This is adding gasoline to the fire. It's adding more fuel to the fire. So if you think Kyle Shanahan, I need Kyle Shanahan to turn into the mad rapper, like just for one game where he's just mad at the world and he's gonna take everything out on this one particular game. If we get that Kyle Shanahan, ain't no way we losing this game.
I need that attitude that he had last night whenever he's on that bus and he had that backwards cap.
I don't
after
know
the Lil Wayne concert and he was hyped up.
Yeah.
That's the Kyle Shanahan I need. And I need that Kyle Shanahan tonight in media night because we going to get a different Kyle Shanahan than previously expected. All the Niner people are already talking about it. I'm talking about the Niner media are already talking about it.
I kind of hope we don't. Mose, how do you feel about that? I want the same Kyle in the media. But how do you feel? Do you think we should get an angry Kyle in the media tonight? Or typical, is he condescending too? Typical kind of like weird Kyle.
I'm like you. I want him to save the anger for the game. So give me regular Kyle. Yeah. Like you said what you said. You know, you've had your press conference, like your personal press conference. The media has put out your thoughts, like the Matt Barrows of the world. You know, they've heard your thoughts about it. They've put it out. But in the media, I mean, of course, you're going to get questions about it. Answer it to the best of your ability. Make it look like it doesn't faze you. Because like you said, it does. Like none of it matters. Because at the end of the day, when Sunday comes and they got to put the pads on and they got to put that work in, whatever the result is what the result is. And we can't be like, oh, we didn't get it done because of the practice field. Ain't nobody going to give us that. There's not going to be an asterisk because, oh, well, this is why they didn't win the game because their practice field wasn't good. Ain't nobody going to want to hear that. It's going to be because Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes did what they needed to do. So for media night, give me chill Kyle. Give me regular Kyle that we normally always get. Don't let it look like it's bothering you. But come game time, all that anger that you got, all that frustration that you got because your team wasn't afforded the same even playing field as the other team, use it then. Use that as the fuel. Say to them, it didn't matter. And I thank y'all for not giving us the practice field because now we really gonna show y'all what we about to put up. So
this is how I'm hoping
save it for the game.
This is how I'm hoping he responds, especially to the 49er media when they ask him about the field. He was like, yeah, man, we're unhappy with the way the field conditions are, but this is football. I just hope it's clear as that and then shuts everybody up. And and that way, when they come out in that Super Bowl, by the way, Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers are 1-0 at Allegiant Stadium. They're undefeated there. I just want to put that out there for those that don't know. I don't care if it's one game, but they're undefeated. And it was led by Brock Purdy. All right. I just want the fire to be, because what do we normally see in Kyle in big games? He starts off hot, right? And that flame go like no. When the flame starts to die out, I want Kyle Shanahan or somebody or the players say, yo, remember they tried to get us to practice on that unseen, bad sod football field for this game, and then Kyle just digs and it just turns the butane up just a little bit more. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what I want?
What you want?
I want Eagles post Dre Greenlaw ejection Kyle Shanahan. That's what I want.
Yeah.
That's the Kyle I want to see. And I hope this whole thing with the field and the way Roger Goodell is handling the situation, I hope that we get Dre Greenlaw Philly ejection Kyle Shanahan from minute 1 to minute 60.
See, I love it. And I'm hoping the players, though, play like that. And the reason why I want that from the head coach, guys, is because I want that spillage to go over into the fire of Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, mainly the guys on defense. They need to come all shooting fireballs. Like, that's it. Fireball, fireball, fireball. Better be nothing but pit bulls on that 49ers defense in this particular game. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there for me sets the tone. I'm hoping we win the kickoff. I hope we defer, and I hope the defense comes out on fire like they have been doing. Like, you know what I mean? So that starts with the coaches, and if Kyle Shanahan can somehow show that and still, you know, keep it maintained and you know, come out offensively like swinging, like just come out, come out, running the ball, throwing the ball, do whatever you need to do, get them touchdowns, man. This game gonna be crazy. And I know Chiefs fans are like, man, they can't beat us. Thinking about the past, and Peachy. That's why I was saying, like, they're holding on to that pass so bad. They what? 3-0, 3-1. They own the 49ers. But guess who they don't own? Brock Purdy. That's why I'm so high on this kid, because they ain't played him yet. I love Steve Spags. I love him. I think Kyle Shanahan is 5-3 against Steve Spags' defenses. 3 of those losses came to the Kansas City Chiefs. But if you go back and look at those games, Niners were missing players, you got injuries happening, you lose your quarterback in one of those games. It was just crazy. Just crazy. That's just crazy. Guys, I want to do this exercise so we can get up out of here, okay? I want to go through the teams. And I want us to pick the best players and see which players outweigh in the position group. So which categories will the Chiefs win? Which categories would the San Francisco 49ers win, right? And so let's just have some fun with it. Like, and I want us to be honest. I don't want us to be homers here. But there's going to be some positions that clearly the Niners are going to win, and it's going to be some positions that clearly the Chiefs are going to win. All right? And let's just have some fun. I think that's when it comes down to it. I'm all about having fun. So let me see if I can go ahead and pull this document up. And then you guys let me know what to type. All right? I think that's how we could do it like that. You guys let me know what to type in here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. All right, so let's start with the quarterback position. All right, so you can only pick one quarterback because the only one quarterback's going to play in this game. So if we had to give the quarterback the nod to the quarterback position, would we go Brock Purdy with the Niners, or would we go Patrick Mahomes with the Chiefs? I'll let you guys pick, and then if there's a tiebreaker, I'll be the tiebreaker.
You'd have to go
serious?
with Pat Mahomes. This is not even it's just
Are we
Pat
serious?
Mahomes.
Y'all sleeping on Brock, but it's all good. Y'all sleeping on Brock, but it's all good. You talk about a quarterback that had a better season than Patrick Mahomes. I love it, though. I love it. We had a quarterback that finished with a better record than Patrick Mahomes. Quarterback that led in more statistical categories than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
But we're going to go with Patrick Mahomes because you guys asked me if I was serious. So let's do it, baby. Now, let's do running back, but should we do running backs by committee? Should we just do the solidified running back? Because they got Pacheco. I believe that guy is going to be back. I don't like saying his name.
Not know me either, so don't do it.
Okay, so I won't say his name. And then Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I believe. They have a nice little trio of backs. And then we have our trio of backs.
Yeah. And we literally just need one.
Right. That's not us.
That's Christian McCaffrey, and that's
us.
it.
CMC.
Literally, that one is better than all 3 of those.
He's
combined.
better than all 3 of those guys. I got you. All right, here we go. Wide receivers. Let's go with our trio. You got Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and Jawan Jennings. That'll be our trio. For their trio, they're going to have Rashid Rice. They're going to have
MVS.
Scantlin. And
then Justin Watson.
Is it? I thought he was a tight end.
No,
is he a
he's wide
receiver?
receiver.
He's a
All
wide
right,
receiver.
So is it Watson or is it Sky Moore? Is he out for the season? Am I missing something?
Sky Moore, I believe,
on
is
IR.
still out.
All right, so they didn't reactivate. They didn't
Right.
bring him back, but they did bring back the Jet.
I didn't hear
Okay.
anything about Sky Moore, so.
All
yeah.
right, so but the Jet McKinney. All right, so Niners here.
Oh, definitely
100%.
49ers.
So we got Brandon Ayuk. And let me know what they're saying in the chat because I'm clearly not paying attention.
Timothy Smith said Kadarius Toney.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another guy. Listen, he's gonna be playing.
He's gonna be a healthy scratch.
He's
again.
our
I don't think he'll
double
be.
agent.
I don't think he'll be a healthy scratch. I think if we sleep on him, all them passes he missed week 1 and week 2, he might catch in this
He gonna
game.
catch everything.
It's not even about the passes. It's about the penalties that he seems to get in opportune times that the Chiefs fans do not want him to play. They literally put out a petition for them not to activate.
They do not
him.
like that kid, man.
Not at all.
All right, let's go
but
with
he was a big part in they win last year against the Eagles with that return.
He was.
Listen, it's not about what he did last year. It's about what he did this year, and he dropped passes. And since then, he has been on the watch. Get him off the team watch. All right, let's go tight ends, which I'm excited about because I think the Niners are going to do a lot of 22 personnel in this game. So
Kadarius Toney be stepping to the bad side too much.
To the bad side. All right, we got George Kittle, we got
George
Charlie Warner, and I feel like in Braden Willis because I don't. Did Ross Dwelly ever come back?
Nope.
I don't think
still on
so.
IR.
Yeah, still on IR. All right, so and they have Travis Kelce, they have Blake Bell, and they have Noah Gray.
Honestly, I feel like this is a push.
I was gonna say that. This
You got
is
the
even.
2 best tight ends in the league.
That's real even.
And that do different things. Kelsey's a better route runner, but Kittle is an amazing blocker.
Yes. And that blocking
So-
can
And
help
route-
you, especially
route
on that
runner.
O-line.
Not as
But he can-
amazing as
he can route.
Kelce.
It's not as crisp as Kelsey.
He don't got the
but
footwork.
he can get open and he
Right.
can catch. And
Right.
then I think where Kelsey is a better route runner and getting open and finding the spots, I think Kittle is better after the catch.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
He's a yak bro. But I mean, this is just me. I say it's a push.
Peachy.
I agree.
Okay.
It's even. Like you just, yeah.
All right. I'm just waiting for y'all to disagree. I just want to say this. If you guys go and watch the Madden, Justin Watson had a day.
Yeah, he did.
And so did the person that Peachy said ain't going to play in this game, and Kadarius Toney. I just want to put that out there. Like, they were finding holes in the zone. Just want to leave that out there. All right, let's get to this offensive line. I'll give you the Chiefs. They got Donovan Smith. I don't know if Joe Thuney is going to play.
Right.
Creed Humphrey at center. Trey Smith at their right guard. And then Jawan Taylor as their right tackle. If not mistaken, I can't remember if it's their left tackle or right tackle, but one of them lead the league in offensive holding this year. So I believe it's Donovan Smith.
It is. That's who it is.
So that's their starting. You know, our starting offensive line, and I know Trent Williams is sets the tone. But who you guys going with, Peachy and Emos?
If Thuney plays, then I mean, and you have to use that as a caveat because you don't know. I would literally go with the Chiefs because the only one that you can look at on that team that would be better would be Trent, and that's because he's the best out of every single one of them. And he takes the place of their whole entire, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's better than everybody they have on there, but that's how I look at it.
Okay. So we got the Chiefs for Peachy. Mose.
I agree with my sis. I think Joe Thuney makes this different, but everything that they're saying is pointing to him not playing.
Agreed.
If he plays, he's not going to be 100%.
Right.
So what I'm going to say is based on it not mattering whether he plays or doesn't play.
Okay.
If he doesn't play, obviously he's not 100%. And if he does play, he's still not 100%. So Trent Williams over Donovan Smith, easy. A healthy Aaron Banks over a not healthy Joe Thuney or the backup Nick Allegretti. I'm going Banks.
Okay.
Center, Chiefs, Creed Humphrey, I'm giving them that. Right guard, Trey Smith, I'm giving them that over Feliciano. So that's 2-2. But we got a fifth spot. And I think, and this is not me being a homer, I think Colton McKivitz in our scheme is a better right tackle than Jawan Taylor in the Chiefs scheme. I'm going Niners.
Ooh. So I gotta make the pick? Okay. Okay. All right. I I know overall, like the way you just assessed the 49ers offensive line, the way you broke it down and as far as Aaron Banks being over their guy, blah, 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 blah. I just feel like the Chiefs offensive line is more cohesive. And so even with the injury to Joe Tooney or whatnot, I just feel like they find a way to still make Patrick Mahomes look decent. Now, I love what Brock Purdy is doing with his offensive line, but I feel like the decline of Aaron Banks and the rest of the guys, like I'm curious to know if will John Feliciano start in this game over Spencer Burford. Like I'm curious to know if they're gonna make some changes, because to me that might be something that the 49ers need to do. If the 49ers do put John Feliciano in over Spencer Burford, then I think that the Niners offensive line is a lot more solid. But if they don't, I think the Chiefs get the nudge in the offense. I'm gonna go with Peachy on this one. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs just have a more decent offensive line. I think what Brock Purdy does is he enables our offensive line and makes it look better. But I think the Chiefs overall got a better offensive line. And I'm hoping that Tooney plays. I want all their players I want them all to play. I want this to be Clash of the Titans. Everybody play. Period. End of discussion. Let's go to the opposite side. Let's flip the side. Let's go from the offensive line to the defensive line. This is where it's going to get nitty gritty. All right, here we go. You got George Karlaftis. You got Neil Farrell. You got Chris Jones and Mike Dana. Those are going to be your 4 down linemen for the Kansas City Chiefs. 49ers, you got Nick Bosa. You got Javon Hargrave, Eric Armstead, and I'm going to go and say Chase Young starting out there on the edge.
Niners, easy.
BG.
Yeah, it's the 49ers. Let's just hope that particular line shows up like they're supposed to on Sunday.
Okay.
On paper, we are better.
No pushback, because I said I'm only going to push back if there's a disagreement. All right. So we got the Niners with the defensive line. Let's go with the linebackers. I'll read the Chiefs linebackers.
You don't need to. That's Niners.
Yeah, it's 49ers.
Okay. I do like Nick Bolton, and he's been playing really good lately since he's come back from his injury, and they got Willie Gay over there as well. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll go ahead and add that in there. 49ers. Let's go with the cornerbacks. You know the Niners cornerbacks. You got Mooney Ward, Diamador Lenore. We'll go with the 3. We'll play the nickel package, I guess, if you want. Ambry Thomas. Those will probably be your top 3. Then they got L'Jarius Sneed, not Justin Reed, and Trent McDuffie. All right. And then their nickel back. Who's their nickel back? Oh, Drew
Joshua Williams.
Oh, Josh is playing nickel? Okay, not Drew. All right.
They switch between Joshua Williams and Jalen Watson, but it's usually Joshua Williams. I love my guys. I really do love my guys. But this cornerback group for the Chiefs, like what L'Jarius Sneed did to Tyreek Hill when they played the Dolphins, that was artwork. That was a master class.
For
now,
sure.
Do I think that our receivers are more physical? I think Tyreek Hill is the fastest and one of the best wide receivers in the league. But I don't think Tyreek Hill is physical. He don't like when you physical with him. Our receivers, they bring the physicality. They're not scared of the physicality. So I wonder how L'Jarius is going to play when he's not the bully on the yard, when he's potentially being bullied.
I agree.
But Sneed, Trent McDuffie's playing lights out football.
Lights out.
Lights out
Killing.
football.
Lights out.
So
Killing.
to me, it's crazy how well he's playing. And then I am a fan of Joshua Williams, 6'3", 193.
That's a big slot, bro.
He's a big slot. Big slot. And even Jalen Watson, 6'2", 197. So they got some big guys on that inside, which they have the size and they have the length. And both of those dudes are faster than Jawan Jennings. Now, are they as physical? No. So I love our wide receivers for what they can do in their physicality. But if I'm gonna have to go with a cornerback group, I gotta give the cornerback group to the Chiefs.
All right, Peachy, who you going with? Niners or Chiefs in the cornerback department?
I'm going with the Chiefs, and Mo's couldn't have broke that down any better.
Y'all bugging, yo. But all right, cool. That's what's up. Chiefs it is. Safeties. You got the old man Yella back there and T. Gipp. And then you got the young rookie and Jair Brown. They got some veterans over there now. They got Justin Reed. I'm not sure he's going to Mike Edwards at their free safety. So who you guys rolling with in this particular group? Let's go with Peachy first, then Mose.
Oh, man. Dang. Well, that Justin Reed has been playing some ball this year. My goodness.
Yeah.
I remember him when he first came in the league. It was crazy.
95 tackles, 3 sacks, a forced fumble.
Yes, he is killing it. Oh, wow. And
interception.
I wish we had Huff in this game. I just want to say that. I really miss Huff.
I think Steve Wilkes wish he had Huff too, but unfortunately he doesn't.
Dang. Man. Oh, time running out. Let me choose. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Niners on this one. Okay. I'm gonna have faith.
You're gonna have faith. All right, Mose. Peachy's going with the Niners. You gonna have faith too and go with the Niners, or you going with the Chiefs?
I'm going with the Niners for 2 reasons, and it's obviously one for both of our safeties. What Gipp has done this year and last year, and then the play that he made against the Lions, I think for Gipp, him being 33 years old, he would go into next season 34. I think he understands in his 12th season that, like, he might not get another opportunity like this.
Facts.
So I think he's going to be one of the players on that field that gives it everything that he's got. Like, he would be willing to not walk off that field to ensure that he would be able to get a ring for his team.
I like that.
Me too.
For me, Jair Brown, I believe he has the same mindset that Brock Purdy has. And if there's any moment where you cannot shrink under the pressure, if there's any moment for you to say, okay, I went through the season, I wasn't really supposed to be a starter, there was an unfortunate injury to my teammate, now I got to step in and I got to do what I got to do, but this is the biggest game of our lives right now. And I think he's going to have the same mindset as Brock Purdy, where he doesn't want to mess it up for the veterans, especially the guys on this team that were here in 2019, that experienced this game, that were this close to winning it, but didn't. And so he doesn't want to be the new guy to come in and make a mistake that then stops those veterans who put all of that work in from getting that ring. So I think as much as this game is about physicality, as much as it's about X's and O's, there's a lot of emotion in this game. And anything that you can do to give yourself an edge, I think that's more beneficial. And I think our two guys have two really, really good reasons to have an edge, which is going to propel the way they play on Sunday. For safeties, I'm going Niners.
All right. And let's wrap this up with special teams. And before we get to special teams, I will say this. I if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm finding a way to attack Jair Brown and make him make the right decisions. I think that's the way that they're probably going to, cater their offense. Is Jair going to have to cover George Kittle? It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great to watch. It all depends on how they line up and they formations and they 3-by-1 sets or whatever. How they come out. I do know they like to bunch up Travis Kelce with the two receivers out there on one side and kind of have a motion go. It's gonna be fun to watch, and I'm excited for Jair Brown. And I will tell you this: he's going to be a problem for the NFL in years to come. But let's just see how well he plays to this test. Let's go with special teams overall. We're talking kicking, we're talking punting, we're talking returning. Richie James. Richie James.
Chiefs.
Harrison Butker.
Chiefs.
Going with the Chiefs? Okay. All right.
That's an easy one.
Okay.
Because that's the only thing I'm worried about.
Facts. This is the only.
Is your boy.
I feel you.
Because during football games, he's too much of his last name. He is moody. You don't know what mood is he in. Is he in a mood to make kicks? Is he in a mood to miss kicks? He too damn moody.
And watch Butker miss his kicks. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this game so Moody can shut all y'all the up. And I'm sure y'all don't care if he's making them. It's when he misses it where y'all just come out of the woodworks. I mean, y'all Homer Simpson when he make it, and then when he miss, y'all come out the bush like real quick. I'll be like, dang, yo. Look, I understand the concerns of Jake Moody and the special teams. I'm more concerned in the return game because I just feel like we don't have one. And I feel like this will be that one game Richie James will bust one, pause, and whoever's returning for the Niners won't, right? Like, I just got this weird feeling, man. But you guys are going with the Chiefs, and we'll leave it at the Chiefs on special teams. And Harrison Butker is a far more, superior kicker than Jake Moody. So he definitely gets the edge in that department. He's a vet. He's been around. He's done this for years and years and years, all right? So it looks like the quarterback position goes to the Chiefs. It looks like the offensive line goes to the Chiefs. And then the cornerbacks and special teams go to the Chiefs. How many things did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You take out one because it was a push. So then more go to the Chiefs than the Niners? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, we got running backs.
Yep.
Wide
Niners got
receivers,
5. Chiefs got 4.
Linebackers, safeties.
Yeah. So on paper, when you're looking at the positions and the players in those position groups, just on paper doing this little exercise, the Niners are better, but it's going to come down to? It's going to come down to that first position group in the quarterback. And so, will Brock Purdy be able to overcome the pressure, withstand the test, all that type of stuff? We've seen Patrick Mahomes do it. Now can Brock Purdy do it? And so that's what it's gonna come down to with the San Francisco 49ers. But I thought this was a pretty cool exercise, and I let you guys run with it, and y'all did a damn good job, man. Clap it up for my crew up here, man. I don't think the Chiefs do use a fullback. We didn't do fullback, but we included that in the running back. Like, we kind of included it in
there. They don't have a fullback listed on the depth chart.
Yeah, they don't have a fullback this year. No. And so, yeah, it is what it is.
It wouldn't matter anyway.
But listen,
would be better than theirs.
The media night is officially about to be underway. We want to get through these Super Chat contributions rather quickly, so we'll go ahead and ring those up real quick. Department of Fair, he says, no matter these crap practice conditions, the Niners are going to pull through. The disadvantage is going to become an advantage at the end of these days. # faithful to the Bay. Thank you so much for that super chat contribution. The Greatest 49 sent in $1 contribution. Thank you, Delvin Thomas. And so this is one of the things we were thinking about. Like, why not go to a high school?
Yeah.
But the NFL has to approve it. So as long as you know that the NFL has to approve the high school. That the issue is the NFL. It's not the team.
And it's security concerns too. Because one of the things that I learned from so I met the young kid who's like the 49ers like operations manager.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the team security comes first to check the facilities out, make sure that there isn't anybody taping, filming. They keep fans away. So like it's a little bit more difficult than to just choose a random place to go to, because all of those security protocols haven't been vetted. So like when they came to my job, they had been there before. They know all the routes. They know all the places. So like when the team security came, they just checked all the certain spots. They had guys in certain positions to keep fans away, keep, not, team media personnel away, nobody taking pictures, doing anything like that. So like it's a little bit more difficult to just pick a random field, especially if they hasn't been, one, vetted like the NFL by, like Breezy said, but also two, vetted by the team and team security and the operations staff to make sure that everything goes swimmingly. So it's a lot that goes into it.
Very well said. Cocoa Puff, we had joint practices with the Raiders in this preseason. We got our ass whipped in that game too. But yes, we did. But this is different, man. This is Super Bowl. I don't think you want to have joint practices with the Chiefs.
Oh,
no. Not this time. If it was preseason, yes. But nah. But yeah, we did do that in the preseason. And Jax Knox, the super chat contribution, says, like I said, Kali, JB will be rookie of the game. I said what I said. I make my own awards. Thank you. So she gave us a contribution to clap at my brother Kali, and I appreciate it. Listen, hey man, however you want to, you want to show some love, we will read that on the air. And she said what she said, Kali. So you just gonna have to deal with it. Rookie of the game. She makes up her own award, but ain't no such damn thing. All right. So thank you, Jax. We appreciate that. Guys, we got final thoughts, man. How you guys feeling about the Super Bowl before we jump up out of here, man? How you feeling about your Niners going into the Super Bowl?
I feel like that the 49ers are going to pull this out. I feel like that all these obstacles, just like Breezy said, are going to turn out to be positives for us, getting us ready. The deck is stacked against us. The deck was actually already stacked against us whenever we found out who our opponent was. Like literally already, a Super Bowl champion, a recent one from last year. So he gets all the pomp and circumstance, and well deserved, because he's a champ. So that's what happens. But all of the other extra disrespect and everything like that, I just hope that the 49ers just take all that out there, just like Breezy said, take it on the field with you and just demolish the hell out of them, because I would love to blow these dumbasses out. Like, I would love to shut them up like one time, like just one good time. I would love to shut them up. When they played Tampa Bay, it was the same way. They were, riding high with, Tampa Bay, and they literally treated, I had to think about it. They literally treated the Bucs the same way. That, as far as, the media perception, regardless of if it was Tom Brady or not, like, it didn't matter. It's like they still treated them the same way. And like I'm saying, I just feel strongly about that. I feel like I've had a feeling all year that we were going to win this somehow, even though it looked crazy sometimes. Even in the playoffs, it looked crazy sometimes. I really feel like that it's just destiny and it's time. And like I said, I just feel like it's time. NFL might not want to, whatever, because we all know about that long history or whatever. But the 49ers are going to get 6 regardless. Like, it's going to happen. And I think it's time with this Chiefs team the way it is, I feel like that this is our best chance to catch this team like right now while they are going through some interesting rosters that they've had to deal with this year and everything like that. So like they said, catch the Chiefs at the weakest point, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. The last thing that I want to say is I've seen it on Twitter a lot, and I want to second that notion. I do believe that 49er linebacker Patrick Willis is going in the Hall of Fame this weekend. It's also it's past time for that, and I believe that this is going to be when he gets into. So
Patrick
it'll
Willis.
be double things for us. It'll be Patrick Willis going in, the 49ers hoisting the Lombardi. It's just going to be a great weekend. It is. Oh, and one more thing. Your MVP is right here.
CMC.
Super Bowl MVP. I have him with 3 touchdowns in this game.
Yes.
So, yep. That's what I got.
All right. And Mose, man, how you feeling, man? How you feeling about going into this game and coming out victorious?
I'm confident. I was talking to cousin Sid. We was watching the games last week, and he texted me. He said, "Man, Chiefs look unstoppable." And I replied to him, and this is what I said verbatim. I said, "I don't know, cuz Tori, my wife, shout out to T. Tori asked me who I wanted in the bowl. I said I want a rematch of 2019. I think we can beat them." That's the exact message that I sent to my cuz before I knew they were going to win or that we were going to win. And that's exactly what I want, and that's what we got. We got a rematch of 2019. And, you know, they are a good team. This is not a team that we could sleep on. This is not a team that we can overlook. But guess what? That's exactly what I want. I don't want a team that we could overlook. I don't want a team that's decimated by injuries. I want the best of the best. If Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, if Andy Reid is being crowned as the best coach in the NFL, if Travis Kelce is being crowned as the best tight end, if you want to crown Chris Jones as the best defensive tackle, whatever you want to. What did Danny Green say? If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Next.
But it's time for us to go in there and to dethrone them. It's time to go in there and take what's rightfully ours. Quest for 6, take 6, whatever it is. We got to go in there and earn it. We got to go in there and take it. And who better to do it against than the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions. So if we want it, it's right in front of us. Let's go get it.
Let's go get it. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I believe the media night is officially underway. Enjoy. And it's time to share. Listen, all y'all need to know is it's another tick of adversity that the 49ers need to find a way to overcome. And the only thing that matters is being victorious in Super Bowl 58. How they get it done, it doesn't matter as long as they get it done. We love y'all from Nitty Gritty. Until next time, y'all keep it nitty mother freaking gritty. Just like the way Peachy started off the show.